Hello there, welcome to another edition of Martin Mayhem's Retro Rundown. And today I thought I would do a slightly different video. No gameplay today. However, I thought I would just have a chat about a couple of games consoles. Yep, very boring. The first one I want to introduce to you, and hopefully you all know what it is as soon as I put it on screen, is this one here. My own beaten up Sega Mega Drive. As you can see, hopefully you can see it's got the high definition graphics stereo sound on it, which means it's better, obviously. Whether it actually is or not, I really have no idea, but apparently it's got slightly better sound on it, possibly maybe slightly better graphics or colour handling, but you know, don't quote me on any of that. No idea. Controls are there, reset button, on and off switch, and volume on this. This is the Mega Drive 1. On this one you can plug headphones in to there and then adjust the volume there. Obviously sound still comes onto the TV if you want it to. It's got two controller ports there. On the side is the panel here. Take the red bit off and then you can attach it to the Sega CD system, Mega CD system, whatever one that you happen to have. I don't have any of them. There we go. On the back you got an extension port. I've never used it, I don't know if it works. There's an RF out, AV out and adapter pin. I don't know what that hole's for. And there's a hole on the bottom. I think you can screw a plate on for the Mega CD attachment using that. Okay, it's a 16-bit system, as it says there. It uses Motorola 68000 as its main 16-bit processor, and also has a backup, not a backup, it uses a Z80, Zilog 80 8-bit processor as well, which means obviously you can get an adapter and play Master System games on it, which is handy. But I think, does it use it for sound processing as well? I don't know. I'm not an expert, but it uses it to help run stuff as well, which is, you know, keeps everything moving pretty fast. Talking about processor speed, it's around about, I think, 7 megahertz, so pretty fast, pretty much double the Super Nintendo on processing speed, which means that if you're playing shoot 'em ups, this one, the Mega Drive, will, you know, handle fast-paced games pretty well. Advertised in the past as blast processing, as we all know. That you know, it sounds good, you know, stick turbo and everything, Mega whatever, in the back in the day, and you know, it just sold more stuff. Okay, I've got another games console that I'm going to introduce to you, which hopefully you know exactly what it is when I bring it on into view. So we'll just move Mega Drive over just a little bit, and we'll bring in the my Neo Geo AES. It's got some scratches on it. It's not in perfect condition, but it works. It works for now. As you can see, it's got the a massive cartridge port on top. If I open it up, you can see, there we go, double slots for the cartridges, and there's a reset button on the top there. On the front aspect, if I can actually get it in all into view. There's power, 2 controller ports which are 15 pin as opposed to the 9 on the Mega Drive, and you can just about see there we have a headphone port and volume control for the headphones, and just about see, the light's terrible, sorry, just about see there's a memory card slot too. Okay, memory card in. Memory card, you can apparently, or back in the day, you could apparently use the memory card to play your games at home and then store your stats information, whatever it is, and then if there was a arcade machine like a Neo Geo MVS arcade machine, then you could plug the memory card in and use your stats or whatever, save your game, high scores, whatever, there. So it was basically an arcade machine for the home, which made it horrendously expensive, and it still is expensive. We'll go into that later. But on the back, there we go, AV out and a power supply. On the bottom is my serial number. There we go. Okay, so what's inside it, I'm not going to open it up because I'll probably break it if I do, and I don't want to do that. There is again 2 processors, same as the Mega Drive, 16-bit 68,000 Motorola processor and an 8-bit Zilog 80 processor, and you know, they're, as far as I'm concerned, pretty good processors. The processing speed, I think, on the Neo Geo is something like 12 megahertz, so it is pretty fast. And apparently, I think it uses both processors at the same time to deal with stuff, whereas the Mega Drive deals with things differently and uses the processors to sort sound out and that sort of stuff. This has its own like GPU, video chips, separate processors for doing the graphics, the sound and so on, and uses massive cartridges with tons of chips in to give you optimal graphics for the time. So essentially, the Neo Geo and the Mega Drive are kind of like cousins. Just one is more expensive than the other, and they have similarities, but also massive differences. Pricing is one of them. Initially, when I think the Neo Geo AES came out, it was in the region of $600 or pounds or whatever, whereas the Mega Drive, you know, at most was probably about a couple of hundred, something like that. So massive price differences. And nowadays the Neo Geo, you can get them for £200 to £300. Mega Drives, so I got this one for about £10 off a well-known auction site. It was a bit of a gamble because it was listed as not working or untested, but I thought, well, you know, if it doesn't work, it's a project to work on and, you know, learn some soldering skills, or see what happens. I got it, cleaned the the cartridge contacts, cleaned it up quite a lot, plugged it all in, and it worked. So happy days. It looks like this one suffered from something hot resting on it for some unknown reason. You know, why would you do that to a games console? Who knows? But you know, it was cheap. The Neo Geo, I imported it from Japan, I think. Yeah. Got it as a Christmas / birthday present one year, and yeah, it was somewhere in the region of £250. Yeah, so a lot more expensive. I find it funny. The funny thing is that I've only got about 5 games for it, for the Neo Geo. I've got the affordable ones, and when I say affordable, I got them for about £20 to £30 at the time. They've now gone up in price yet again to around £50 each, whichever. And they're the ones I've got are like quite widely available: Samurai Showdown, Samurai Showdown 2, Fatal, Fury Special, King of Fighters 90 something or other, 94 I think, and Art of Fighting, I think. Yeah, so really I have the affordable collection. I looked recently online, and then the next stage up within pricing on the Neo Geo is about £70, £80, £100 easily, going up to about £3,000 for games. So there's no way I can justify spending that much. Not when I have so many other systems to use and to collect for, and so on. Anyway, that's the Neo Geo. Not in any way reviews of either of the systems, but just wanted to have a brief look at the similarities, differences, and there we go, side by side. Bit of size difference. I know this video is a bit rambly and so on, but I thought I'd just do something a bit different and just have a little chat really about two systems that are fairly similar and different at the same time. Anyway, next time something different, maybe something as random. Until next time, keep on gaming.